Dino DNA, guys, with the new release of WoW Survivors. I've been cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Look at my chef hat. You know what I'm saying? I've been cooking up a really good deck list, minus the bricks that everybody's been playing when it comes to Dinos. You know what I'm saying? Dinos is my favorite deck of all time when it comes to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the deck that I played the most.
I'm not gonna cap, actually, True Draco is my favorite deck of all time, and it's the best deck.
Dinos is second best. This deck list is my personal preference of how I want to play Dinos and how I will want to move forward when it comes to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And also the national season. But so far, within a couple months of me testing this current list, I feel like this is the best list for me. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys an in-depth deck profile on the Dino deck that I'm playing and two most important combos you guys must learn when it comes to playing this specific list right here. And let me tell you, the end boards are crazy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 negates without playing 7 bricks in your entire deck. So this deck is creme de la creme, and no, we're not playing Denglong. No. And 5 bricks. The 5 bricks are the 3 Yang Zings in the main and the 9 pillars. We're not playing 4 bricks in the deck. Come on. If you guys want to see more deck profiles in the future, let me know what decks you guys want me to showcase. And let's smash 3,000 plus likes for the next upcoming deck profile. Also, the sleeves you guys have been asking. These are the sleeves I use for all my deck profiles. These are the sleeves that Pac uses, Jesse Khan uses, Triff uses, the whole world uses, Hollow Pro player uses. These are the best sleeves in the entire game. And you guys can get it today in the link down below at tx1.com. There's bundles that you guys can buy to save a lot of money. You guys can buy 3 bundles, 5 bundles, and even a case if you guys are interested. And on top of that, you guys use the code POC10. You guys get 10% off on all your entire sleeve orders. And yeah, make sure you guys get your Supreme Pro sleeves today. These are called SP Whites, and not only are they the best, they're also really affordable as well. So you guys can get these sleeves today in the link down below at tx1.com. All right, guys, some of the monster quick. You're gonna play, of course, the best monster in the entire deck is triple copies of Soul Eating Raptor. This card is absolutely phenomenal. Searches any dinosaur monster directly from the deck to the hand, or dumps any dinosaur monster directly to the graveyard. In some certain scenarios where you already have double evolution pill in your hand and your opponent were to, let's say, you know, Drone Lockbird you on the Fossil Dig search, you can just go Raptor and you can actually bypass the Drone Lockbird by dumping the dinosaur monster directly from the deck to the graveyard. Dumping cards like Giant Rex with Raptor, Giant Rex, and double evolution pill, you can easily get access to first turn UCT and also first turn rank 4 XYZ plays. So Raptor is absolutely amazing, and a lot of people tend to forget the secondary ability where you can target one other level 4 lower dinosaur monster on the field to destroy it, to special summon back a dinosaur monster from the graveyard. And this effect is really important, especially in combinations with Lost World, and Lost World is like one of the best cards in the entire deck, in my personal opinion. So triple copies of Raptor, absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. Next off, for the next level 4s, we're going to play 1 Giant Rex, 1 Miscellaneous Source, and 1 copy of Megalo Smasher X. In this new variation of the Dino build with Ground Xeno, I decided to actually go with 1 Megalo Smasher X instead of course, the Frostosaurus. I'll explain that to you guys a little bit later once I progress through the combo lineup, but only 1 copy is needed. You don't need to play multiple bricks in the deck, and that's one of the major issues that I had when it comes to play testing this deck for a couple months now with the new release of Ground Xeno and all the other new dinosaur support, is that by adding so many copies of, let's say, normal monsters in the deck, you tend to actually break more. This deck isn't really as consistent because Miscellaneous Source is only at 1. So by adding more bricks into the deck just makes your deck a little bit more inconsistent. And also at the same time, you're just trying to accomplish the exact same thing, which all end boards with 2-3 card combinations all end the same, even without the bricks, right? So only 1 copy is needed because the fusion is just absolutely insane. And I'll explain to you guys why the fusion is really good once we get to the combo segment. In conclusion, to round things off for the level 4s, you don't need to add more inconsistent cards to the deck just to end on the exact same combos that Dinos always end on. So only 1 normal brick that you're playing in the deck, and it also is pretty good with Lost World because Lost World can protect this by popping Baby directly in your deck. Those are some cool applications that Megalo Smasher X has. It's also level 4, which you can easily normal summon, and also at the same time, you can easily go into Dalga or Legia with Megalo Smasher X as well. So that's pretty much it for all the level 4s you're playing in the deck. Next off, you're playing for the babies. Triple copies of Baby Ceratosaurus. Absolutely standard in the deck. You pop the baby, go off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Next off, 1 Petit Pteranodon. Okay. The other standard baby. And 2 copies of Animadorn Archosaur. Absolutely mandatory to play in your deck. So, yeah, 1 baby and the 2 Archosaur. Next off, for the big bosses, we're going to play, of course, double copies of UCT and 1 copy of Prankertops. Absolutely amazing. Board wipes, which is really, really good. One of the best interruptions in the game and one of the cards that helps you break any boards, especially in today's metagame. Dino Wrestler Prankertops, really good going second card, and Petit can actually bring this card out directly from the deck, which is really, really good. Next off, of course, for the Scrap Engine, you'll play, of course, double copies of Scrap Raptor and one copy of Scrap Chimera. So in hindsight, the only break that you're playing in the deck is Scrap Chimera and also this Megalosmasher X. It's not that bad to draw them because with certain hands, you can still combo off, which is absolutely amazing. But with additional cards added to the deck, like Frostosaurus or the level 6 Xeno, I don't think it's necessary to play those cards in the deck at all, because all combos do not need to rely on going to those cards to end on the exact same end board. Also, at the exact same time, I want to prioritize on getting access to Mist as quickly as possible. And every end board that I've seen playing the Xeno and also Frostosaurus and also Megalosmasher X, all those combinations of cards attribute to you having more access to inconsistent cards in the deck, making your deck a bit more inconsistent to end on the exact same boards. And also at the same time, every Dino end boards lose to Dark Ruler no more. So you're spinning a bunch of cards on the board just to lose to one single card. Whereas my deck prioritizes on consistency, which I'll showcase you guys in the combo segment on why this version is just so much more superior than all the other Ground Xeno versions out there, in my personal opinion. The Xeno Dinosaur Monster also locks you from going into other cards like IP or also Appaloosa. It is a really good strong extender that the dinosaurs have access to in the deck, but I feel like just having more inconsistent cards is not worth it to end on the exact same end board. All right, so that's pretty much it for the Dino Engine that you're playing in the deck and the scrap package. For the consistency cards, you need to max out on Pot of Prosperity. You need to see your combo pieces as much as possible, and Prosperity helps get you there. It's like one of the best cards in the entire deck. Next off, triple copies of Ground Xeno. Absolutely insane. Believe it or not, guys, it just gets you access to more of your Scrap Raptors and also your Megalosmasher directly from the deck to the hand. The most important effect, in my opinion, is the fusion summoning ability. You're able to manage yourself to fusion summon one dinosaur monster from your extra deck. So Ground Xeno is insane. So, you know, 3 Ground Xenos and 1 Megalosmashers is technically all you need for this variation of the Ground Xeno build. Next off, 3 copies of Fossil Dig. Absolutely amazing. Searches all your dinosaur monsters directly from your deck to your hand. Next off, you're going to play, of course, triple copies of Lost World. This card's insane. Like Lost World with Scrap Raptors combo. Overraptor with Lost World's combo. Like Lost World is like one of the best 2-card combinations you can have in the deck, which is insane. The 1 Terraforming to search your Lost World, which is really, really good. Double Evolution Pill for your Animadorn Archosaur. One of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. 1 Call by the Grave for utility. Really good against Brandon as well. And last but not least, for hand traps, I'm playing 6, so 3 copies of Ash Blossom. And, you know, one of the most generic hand traps in today's metagame. Basically can hit everything. And last but not least, I'm playing 3 copies of Droid Lockbird to round off for all the cards that I'm playing in the deck. Hand traps also have another use in the deck because there are non-dinosaur monsters. Because they are non-dinosaur monsters, which you can easily manage off Double Evolution Pill. So these are like by far one of the best hand traps in the game right now. Obviously, these 6 cards can change to whatever your preferences are, but it just depends on how the format is shaped up. These are just really good 6 flex spots you can play in this deck right here. So draw, and of course triple Ash. Extra deck right here, Transcendosaurus Gigantozauler. This card is the best card in the extra deck. It requires 1 dinosaur monster, 1 normal monster, and if this card is special summon, you can target 1 dinosaur monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. So it basically adds your Overraptor back from your grave as follow-up, which is absolutely insane. And it has an amazing ability where if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy 2 cards, 1 from your hand or field, and 1 your opponent controls. Okay? And if this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from your graveyard into the deck, then you special summon this card back from your graveyard. And if this card is summoned from the graveyard, you basically get to use this effect. So what you do with this deck is that you use UCT to pop this card during your opponent's turn. He comes back using his ability to add back Baby from the graveyard to pop Baby in hand and also pop a card in your opponent's control. This card is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the most devastating cards in the entire deck. Not only is it one of the best interruptions, but it's a big beefy beat stick with its stats 3800 attack and 2000 defense. So this card is just absolutely insane. The best fusion in the deck. Divine Arsenal Zeus, just great Xyz in the deck. Baguska, Abyss Dweller, Dolka, and 1 Lagia. Absolutely phenomenal for the Xyz. 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Cross Shape right here. IP Masquerena, Axis Code Talker, Unicorn right here. Appaloosa, Nightmare Phoenix, Scrap Wyvern. This is all the links that you're playing in the entire deck. And last but not least, you're playing the 1 Synchro, 1 Cypher Lord Omega. This deck right here focuses on playing around board breakers. So Omega during the standby phase to put back Miscellaneous Source in your graveyard is probably one of the most important combos that you can utilize when it comes to playing this deck right here. And also the hand rip is also really important. So I prioritize on getting follow-ups and not losing hard to Dark Lunamore or evenly matched. So Omega is just absolutely insane in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much for the deck list. Let's go on with the 2 most important combos that you guys must learn in this deck right here. Alright guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video. I'm going to showcase you guys 2 important combos when it comes to playing this deck right here. Ground Xeno Baby Ceratosaurus. I'm going to teach you guys new combos on how you guys can play with the brand new fusions and Ground Xenos in the deck. Like I said guys, all Dino boards end on the exact same thing. With all the combos, it ends on like 1 negate, interruption, 2 negates. You know, it all ends on the exact same thing most of the time. And this variation prioritizes on consistency over all the other cool fancy stuff you guys see in all the other deck profiles with the rank 6s and the Frostosaurus and the Ultimate Zokins and Crystal Wing. They all do the exact same thing, guys. And I'll show you guys 2 combo. Baby Ceratosaurus Ground Xeno is full combo just with these 2 cards. But if you open up with any dinosaur monsters alongside Ground Xeno and also Baby, your end boards end up even crazier. And by the way, guys, be sure to get your Supreme Pro sleeves today in the link down below. These are the best sleeves in the entire game right now. All the pro player uses it. Jesse Khan, Pac, you guys already know. All these guys are huge fans of these sleeves. You guys love the original PC whites. This is the closest thing you guys will ever get when it comes to that. The smooth shuffling, the easy gliding. These sleeves are the best sleeves for you. And not only that, it's super duper affordable. You guys can get, you know, a 1-pack, 3-pack, or 5-pack, or even a case for a really good price on tx1.com. You guys can also save way more by using the code PAC10 for 10% off on all your sleeve orders. So use the code PAC10, support out the boy Pac, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, go on to the combo real quick. So 2 combos, okay? You're gonna go Ground Xeno Baby, okay? This is why my combo is a little bit different from all the other combos out there. You're gonna start off with Ground Xeno, okay? This card right here is gonna add your Megalo Smasher directly from your deck to your hand. So you add Megalo, okay, right here, which is amazing. And then you pop the Baby, okay? Pop the Baby. Ground Xeno's in the graveyard. You pop Baby. Now Baby will trigger out its effect in the graveyard. You're going to special summon Oviraptor directly from the deck. Okay. Now you're going to use Oviraptor's effect to add Miscellaneousaurus directly from your deck to your hand. Okay. But what most people do in this scenario is you use Oviraptor, you add Baby, you normal summon Baby, activate Oviraptor, pop Baby, Baby come back, bring out Animadorn, Komoloff, like that way, right? The main issue with that combo is that you automatically lose to Nibiru. Okay. Like by searching Baby instead of Miscellaneousaurus, you lose to the Nibiru, and that's what Dinos is good at. You know, it's good at playing around the Nibiru because of Miscellaneousaurus, right? So you need to be really careful on how you combo off with this deck because Nibiru is gonna be everywhere. People are gonna be playing that card, and you need to play around it. Okay, as a good player, as a competitive player, you want to play around all these other hand traps, especially that's gonna be able to wipe out your entire board, right? So you want to like play around it as best as possible. So the best way to do it is just to search Miss right away. And you guys are like, well, how do you combo off with this? Like, what the heck? You're supposed to normal summon Baby, pop Baby, and then go off, right? No, you use Ground Xeno. Okay, this play is a little bit different. You can use Ground Xeno to fusion summon Miscellaneousaurus and Megalo Smasher to the graveyard to summon the Transcendosaurus right here. Make sure it's in this zone. It's really important to make sure it's in this zone, okay? So now once Transcendosaurus is summoned from the extra deck, you're going to use Transcendosaurus effect to add Miscellaneousaurus back to your hand, okay? So you're going to add Miss back to your hand. So now what's crazy is that you added Miss back to your hand. Now you can use Miscellaneousaurus. Send it to the graveyard. So now you're immune to the Nibiru and all the other hands traps. So that's going to be popping up. Okay? Now you get to activate Misk. You're going to banish Misk, banish Megalo Smasher X. Remember, this is only off 2 cards, by the way, okay? If you had another Dino monster, you would be banishing the other dinosaur monster instead of Megalo Smasher X. And you want to keep this in the grave, right? But you're going to banish these 2 anyways, okay? To bring out Baby. And now you full combo. Okay, activate Oviraptor, pop Baby, provide back Baby. Okay, this Baby's gonna trigger. You're gonna summon Animadorn. Okay, summon Animadorn. Remember, this is the combo line that plays around Nib. Okay, which is really important. Summon Animadorn, activate Animadorn's spec, pop Baby, and use the effect to search Double Evolution Pill. Baby's gonna trigger off to summon, of course, Scrap Raptor. Summon Raptor. Now, what's really important is you're gonna use this to link Rebo. I just do this to have another name in the graveyard for Double Evolution. And then you use Link Rebo and Soul Eating Raptor right here. The banish pile here. You're going to make Cross Sheep. A Cross Sheep. And then Cross Sheep points to the zone right here of a fusion monster. So now you're going to activate Double Evolution Pill. Okay. You're going to banish Animadorn and also Link Rebo from the grave. You're going to special summon UCT directly from the deck. Okay, and now since UCT is summoned to Cross Sheep Zone while you have Transcendosaurus in the zone that Cross Sheep points to, since this card's a fusion, what you're going to do is that you are going to trigger off Cross Sheep's effect to provide back Baby from the grave. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to use your Scrap Raptor's effect to pop the Baby, and Baby triggers to summon another Baby directly from the deck. You're going to summon Petite, which is really, really good. And now you're going to use these two to make Scrap Wyvern. Activate Scrap Wyvern's effect to provide back the Scrap Raptor. You're going to use the effect to pop the Raptor. Use Wyvern Chainlink 1 and also Raptor Chainlink 2 in the grave. You're going to search Chimera, and Wyvern is going to special summon Scrap Raptor itself. Popping, of course, the Baby Ceratosaurus. Baby's going to trigger off to summon Giant Rex directly from the deck. You can summon Giant Rex or Pangertops. It's all up to personal preference on what you want to summon. And then you use these two, okay, to make Omega. And then you use Scrap Chimera, summon itself. To revive back, of course, Scrap Raptor. And using Raptor, Wyvern, and Chimera, send these three, you're going to make Appaloosa. So right now, this is your end board, with just 2 cards. Okay? Appaloosa has 3 negates, UCT has 1 interruption, Omega has another interruption, plus follow-up with Miscellaneous Source Engrave, and Transcendosaurus is also a great interruption that you have for the deck. So what can you do with this on your opponent's turn? So this board right here, it loses to Evenly Match and also Dark Ruler no more. If they Dark Ruler or having any of those cards, like, you lose regardless. You know what I'm saying? But you still have a great follow-up, even though that they break your board. You know what I'm saying? If they go Dark Ruler or Evenly Match, that means they can't kill you, right? You have a turn, you know, which is really important. So on your standby phase, you can use Omega's effect. Since I only played 1 Megalo Smasher, I put the 1 Megalo Smasher back in the graveyard. If you had another dinosaur, you would basically put Misk back. So in this situation, you can either put Misk back or Megalo Smasher X back in the graveyard. Okay, it's all up to personal preference. You can do either or, but both of them gets follow-up regardless, okay? So what does this do? So standby phase, I'm gonna put back Megalo Smasher in the graveyard, okay? Why? So on my opponent's turn, your opponent were they summon something, okay? You negate with Appaloosa, and then they summon a monster and they try to go battle phase. Okay, try to get rid of the Appaloosa. What you can do is that you can use Tyranno's effect to pop the Transcendosaurus, flip everything face down. Okay, now Transcendosaurus will activate its effect in the grave to shuffle back the Megalo Smasher X into your deck to summon itself. On summon, he gets an amazing ability to add a dinosaur monster from the graveyard to the hand. So you're gonna add Baby to the hand. Then it gets the ability to pop a card on your field or hand and 1 card your opponent controls. So now you can use Transcendosaurus effect to pop the Baby in your hand to pop a card your opponent controls. Plus 3, 4 interruptions, 5 interruptions, 6 interruptions with this guy. So this guy adds a Baby and then pops a card in your hand and also on the field. So you're popping the Baby. Now Baby triggers its effect in the grave. Summon Oraptor from the deck. Oraptor effect. Search UCT. You just turn your hand into a follow-up using the similar abilities as Miscellaneous Source without having to put Misk in the grave. Like, how crazy is that? Like, this card is insane. You pop itself, shuffle back the Megalo Smasher, pop the Baby, summon back Oraptor, search UCT. Like, how are they cracking this? Like they're not cracking this. This is the exact same board as Crystal Wing. Like, this is 3 negates, interruption, 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 and follow-up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this combo is ridiculous with this. And then on your turn, you switch everything to attack, and literally, like, this is just already insane, bro. Should already be game enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just banish anything, summon UCT, and just attack for game. All right, guys. So for combo number 2, it's very, very simple. It's gonna be the exact same combo with Ground Xeno and Baby Ceratosaurus. But what if you open up with any other dinosaur monster? So it doesn't even matter what this other dino is. It can be another Oviraptor. It can be Giant Rex. If it's Giant Rex, it's even better. You know what I'm saying? But it can be an Animador. It doesn't matter what dino you drew. It could be any dinosaur monster, okay? So for this instance, I'm gonna use kind of like the worst one to combo off with while going first is UCT. All right, guys, this other dino doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Your combo is gonna be a little bit different if you open up with any other dino, okay? So we're gonna go Ground Xeno first, okay? We're gonna activate Ground Xeno. Very standard combo play. You're gonna add, of course, Megalo Smasher, and then you're gonna destroy the Baby. Okay, once baby is destroyed, you can activate baby's effect to special summon Overraptor directly from the deck. Okay, now you're gonna use Overraptor's effect to get the most important card in your deck. Is Miscellaneous Source. Okay, card is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, now what you do is that you activate Miscellaneous Source. Now all your cards are immune, especially the cards in the Nibiru. Now you want to use Ground Xeno, and you are gonna fuse Megalo Smasher and also UCT. Send these two to the graveyard. You're gonna summon into your Transcendosaurus. Okay, now you can go activate Transcendosaurus effect to add back Baby Ceresaurus to your hand. Now it gets crazier because what you can do now is if you go Miscellaneous Source here, okay, and they happen to ash you. Let's say they were to ash you on your Miscellaneous Source effect right here. It's obviously not that bad because you can normal summon Baby, activate Overraptor, pop Baby, summon back Megalo Smasher, and then you can use Baby's effect in the graveyard and continue to combo off that way. So it's kind of like immune to ash. You know, for this instance, obviously you can't full combo off if you have a hand trap on your Miscellaneous Source. That's okay, you know. So let's say that this resolves. You're gonna banish for Misk. Okay, oh, this is the banish pile. You're gonna banish Misk, special summon Animadorn. You're gonna activate Animadorn's effect to pop Baby. Searching, of course, double evolution pill. Baby will trigger its effect in the graveyard. This special another Baby directly from the deck, and now you have full combo. So Overraptor, pop Baby. Summon back the Baby from the grave. Baby will trigger off its effect. Special summon, of course, the Scrap Raptor directly from the deck. As you can see, this combo is very important because you don't need to manage the Megalo Smasher from your grave. So that way that once you make Omega, you can put Mist back in your graveyard for follow-up, which is absolutely insane. So just a bunch more follow-ups. It's just really, really good. You're not going to use Raptor's effect yet. You're just going to use Overraptor and also Animadorn into Cross Sheep. Now you're going to use Raptor's effect to pop the Baby. Trigger Baby's effect. This special summon Giant Rex directly from the deck. Now this is going to trigger off Cross Sheep since it points in the fusion zone. While Giant Rex special summon to Cross Sheep zone, you use the ability to revive back your Baby Ceresaurus back from the graveyard. Now you're going to use Raptor and also Cross Sheep right here into your Scrap Wyvern. Now you're going to activate Wyvern's effect to special summon Raptor, pop the Raptor. You're going to go Chain Link 1 Wyvern, Chain Link 2 Raptor. Chain Link 2 Raptor is going to search your Chimera directly from the deck to the hand, and Scrap Wyvern is going to special summon, of course, the Scrap Raptor, popping, of course, the Baby Ceresaurus. Now, since Baby Ceresaurus is popped again, you're going to activate Baby's effect to special summon any other level 4 monster directly from the deck. In this case, I'm going to summon, of course, the Soul Eating Overraptor. Now, what you do next is very, very simple. You're going to use Raptor and also Overraptor right here. You're going to make the Lagia. Very, very important. You can go Lagia or Dolka. It's all up to personal preference on what you want to do. But I like Lagia better because the only thing that you kind of lose to is like evenly matched. But if you have Dark Ruler, they have Dark Ruler anyways, right? But yeah, you want to make a Lagia, and then you normal summon Chimera right here. Activate Chimera's effect to revive back the Scrap Raptor that's in your grave. And now what you're gonna do is using Chimera, Giant Rex, and also Wyvern. Send these 3 to the grave. Make Appaloosa. Appaloosa has 3 negates. Now you're gonna activate your double evolution pill. You're gonna banish, of course, your Cross Sheep from the graveyard, and also your Giant Rex from the grave. Just special summon UCT directly from the deck. Now you're gonna trigger off Giant Rex, summon itself back. Use Giant Rex and Raptor right here to make your Omega, the last and final combo piece. So this is your end board with just 2.5 card combo with any other dinosaur monster that you have in your hand. You end on with an extra negate, which is really good. You usually don't make Appaloosa and Dolka at the same time because, you know, it's kind of redundant. You have three monster negates. You want to have kind of like a versatility. You can also make Savage Dragon here, but like I said, I like prioritizing follow-up. So on your opponent's turn, standby phase, you're going to activate Omega's ability. Okay, Omega is going to put back your Miscellaneous Source right here to the graveyard. So you have follow-ups with Misk in the grave for the following turn. If they Dark Ruler you, that means they can't kill you. And if they kill the Transcendosaurus, this card will trigger off its effect to basically shuffle Megalo Smasher back into the deck, summon itself back, and add Baby Papa card, which is still really, really good. So you still have to kind of like get over this interruption under Dark Ruler, which is absolutely amazing. Nonetheless, you get Mist back in your grave, and you have a follow-up with Transcendosaurus to pop Baby, pop a card. You have 3 negates, so this is 1 interruption, 2 interruption, 3 interruption, 4 interruption, 5 interruption, 6, 7. So it's like 7 interruptions right here, which is really good. So you have Lagia to stop the evenly match, which is really, really good. You also have Omega as well. If they enter battle phase, you can go Omega's effect to try to rip a card out. If you rip the evenly match, it just like it's just even better, right? Which is absolutely amazing. But regardless, you prioritize follow-up with this deck, and then once you have follow-ups, you basically just win the entire duel, right? So that's why it's really important to combo off this way, and I kind of prioritize on actually bringing out this bad boy right here over anything. All the other combos end on the exact same thing. Crystal Wing, the Transcendosaurus, Link, Lagia, like it's the same thing. Like Appaloosa is the same thing as Crystal Wing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same. It's a monster negate. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not breaking through your defense anyways. If they're trying to pay through this, like they're not breaking this. Like you have, unless you have Dark Ruler or evenly matched, it's no way they're breaking through this. It's impossible. So this is your end board. It all ends on the same, with just less bricks in the deck. The only brick you're playing is Megalo Smasher, and also the Chimera that you have in your deck. Other than that, like I feel like this deck is absolutely perfect. You have Miscellaneous Source in the graveyard to manage the Rex, and 2 other Dinos summon Oraptor and it just combo off. You can also revive back this from the graveyard with Oraptor's effect too, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, and you also can pop this card, and then you can just add back the UCT from the graveyard to your hand as well, which is really, really good. So yeah, like this combo is just absolutely perfect. I love this deck, and this is what I'll be playing for Nats 100,000%. So watch out. Wish me luck, guys. This deck is really, really fun. Before we end on this video, make sure you guys get your Supreme Pro sleeves today. Hit the link down below at tx1.com. Use the code PAC10 for 10% off all your sleeves. These are the best sleeves in the entire world. I recommend you guys using these sleeves, and it's the best sleeves ever, guys. Like it will not disappoint, I promise you guys. These sleeves are the best of the best. So you guys so much for watching. This is your boy Sam from TRANSCENDOSAURUS signing out. All right, guys. Peace.